Hey, and welcome back! It's like I never left, even though I totally did for several months. But I think I know what I'm doing. I'm not sure. I mean, can we? If there's one thing we can agree on in this point, it's Nico did it, right? There's no way he didn't. He's either an incredible red herring that is too obvious, and this game is actually going to get really clever, or, you know, it took a lot of work to do all these extra bits, so let's just make it Nico. Please move. Oh my gosh. That was close. He was in limbo for a while.
We were here yesterday when we heard the shot, and it was also here where Legrand caught our stowaway.
Yeah, thanks for the non-existent insight about anything in particular. Just recounting the facts we already know, but...
The ship's bridge. 2 men. One of them navigating.
I see.
I get the impression that the officers keep things running. It seems like the captain concentrates on the passengers and the bar.
To tell you the truth, I don't believe he can actually run a ship, but...
Why is there an axe hanging here?
Clearly to threaten the people on the bridge.
I suppose it's for chopping through ropes in the event that the lifeboats can't be lowered. Or they use it to enforce who's allowed on the boat and who's not.
That's frightening. But how about you No, you're not going to okay. It's definitely not time to be the enforcer, I suppose. This fan isn't working.
The grate must be part of the ship's ventilation system. Nothing out of the ordinary. The grate shouldn't be so easy to open. Did the stowaway open it and we caught him in the act? No. The pipe is too narrow. He wouldn't fit in there. I guess the cover has been defective for a while. I could inform the captain that the grid has to be repaired. But if I start reporting all the problems on the ship, I'd have to shelve my murder investigation.
I love the amount of faith you have that this ship isn't going to just collapse into the sea. Now let us walk awkwardly down the stairs so that we can go find people I need to talk to somewhere. It's this direction. That was my bad. But you got to see stuff on the upper deck, so good for you. Okay, wow, buddy. You should be a magician. Oh, there it is! It stopped moving again. I'm the best guard ever.
What do you want?
Inspector Legrand is questioning the first of the passengers in the saloon.
And?
It will be hours before he gets to the stowaway.
And?
We'll save time if I question him.
And
we'll also save time if you stopped asking me the same things over and over again. I will not let you in. What time is it, by the way?
Got an appointment?
No, but I'm hungry.
Go and get yourself something. I'll mind the door in the meantime.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
yeah. Sneer.
You could bring me something, though.
So, what do you want to eat?
I'm not picky.
Anything. An apple or something like that.
Leave it with me.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool. I won't poison it or anything. That'd be too obvious. So, do you have to do those weird calisthenics forever, or
Matt is keeping himself busy with that strange game. He seems to be okay again, but I think he'd be running around all over the place if he'd really come to terms with what happened on the train.
Well, let's just not bring that up ever again. So let's go over here. I get the feeling I can talk to you people about something.
Miss Miller and the professor are talking intensely. She seems pretty relaxed, by her standards.
Hope she didn't hear you say that. Like, you narrate everything.
Good morning, Miss Miller.
What kind of pose was
Professor
that?
Lucien?
Like my invisible hat?
Constable Zellner, how are you? I heard you passed out last night.
Well, not quite. I was poisoned.
Not a drunk or anything.
Oh,
That wretch!
Who do you mean by that wretch?
That stowaway! That new raven!
The young man can't be the murderer. Constable Oliver had already apprehended him when the shot was fired.
You mean...
Whoever killed the Baroness is still on the loose.
Now you're supposed to be shocked. No,
I
never
think
mind.
I should take my leave. I'd like to rest for a while.
That just makes you vulnerable.
One last question, Professor.
Oh no. Hopefully he asked the same question.
Do you think the eye is well protected in the safe in Legrand's cabin?
Of course it is. They assured me that it would take hours of work with heavy machinery to crack the safe. And if Legrand isn't in his cabin, Constable Oliver or I check that everything is in order every hour.
I understand.
I want to go back to my cabin. I'll see you later, Mary.
oh, of course.
This
See
Mac
you
kid
later.
isn't getting any points.
I didn't want to interrupt your conversation with Professor Lucien so abruptly.
But I did.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
Learning that there's still a burglar on board seemed to frighten him.
He was so relaxed the whole time, and then...
It's almost like
And
burglars
then
are bad.
the stupid Swiss constable came by and made him anxious.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
No matter. I'm sure he'll calm down and come back soon enough. May I ask you a few questions?
Of course.
This'll take
How's
a while.
Matt? He seems happy enough.
After all the commotion, he's already back to his old self again. But I haven't told him about the murder. That would be a bit too much for him.
Oh, he heard
I
you.
think he's made of sterner stuff.
I want to thank you again for what you did on the train. I wouldn't have known.
Are you trying to cover up your
Everything's
loose
fine.
jaw?
Think nothing of it.
I'm sorry I touched you.
How was last night for you?
It was awful. I was having a conversation with Edgar, Professor Lucien, here on the forecastle. Then I wanted to look for the lady and went forward via the side deck. When I passed the Baroness's cabin, I heard a muffled scream.
You heard a scream.
Yes. I thought the Baroness probably had a fall. I went to the door and listened for a moment. Since I couldn't hear anything, I knocked on the door and asked whether she was all right. There was no answer.
So she was alright.
Interesting. And then?
I didn't know what to do, so I tried to open the door. It was locked. I saw the Baroness's butler, Mr. Inch, on the forecastle. I thought he might have the key and went back. On the way, the bobby crossed my path, and then Edgar, who wanted to check the safe. I explained the situation to him, and then the alarm went off.
How did the scream sound?
It
Screaming?
was a short outcry, very frightened, as if someone had been startled.
Was it a woman's voice?
Yes, the voice was high.
So it could have been a scream from the Baroness. Possibly because she discovered someone in her cabin.
Possibly.
That person might have threatened her with a weapon, so that she wouldn't scream for help.
Well, she screwed that up.
God.
He waited until the coast was clear.
Oh, please, stop it, Mr. Zellner.
No, I'm gonna tell you everything. Then she died.
The
That was everything.
Baroness's butler said that he was on the forecastle as well.
Yes, he was standing on the other side of the deck smoking a cigarette.
Was he on the forecastle the whole time?
It's a really long cigarette.
I'm not sure. He was there, and later he was on the side deck with us. Oh, yeah, yes, he looked after you while you were unconscious. He unbuttoned your collar and held your head while the doctor checked you.
But you
Sounds
can't say
weird.
for certain whether he came from the forecastle with you and Professor Lucien or afterwards.
We lovers now?
Well, no. But where else could he have come from?
This guy.
Did you report that to Inspector Legrand?
Yes, last night. He was very interested and took a lot of notes. But I wanted to look for Lady Westmacott, and he let me go without further delay. He said that he'd take down my full statement today.
I feel like he was just drawing your weird hair.
Do you think the man from the train also killed the Baroness, Constable Zellner?
I don't know
I
yet.
think it was a Zodiac
It's
killer.
horrible. Explosions, thieves, murderers. This isn't the right place for a lady and a little boy.
I can push you overboard if you want.
You and Professor Lucien seem to be having a lively conversation.
Oh, yes. He's an expert in ancient Egyptian art and preeminent in hieroglyphic research. He's the head of the Egyptian department in the British Museum, you know. And he's going to open an exhibition at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo.
Right. For the eye.
They had planned on exhibiting both jewels together for the first time in decades, but that's not going to happen now, sadly. I think it's quite upsetting for him.
We're working hard to ensure that at least one eye will be on display.
We'll just get
I
some
know.
fancy rocks and...
I'll ask Lady Westmacott if she'd like to participate in the opening of the exhibition. I think it would be good for her.
And Professor Lucien will surely offer you a private tour. You're American, aren't you?
That's correct.
And you moved to England because of the job?
I lived in England before. During the Second World War, I volunteered. I worked in a pharmacy on a U.S. base north of London.
Good for you.
A pharmacy. Interesting.
Well, it was the war and everyone was sent where they could help best.
Please go on, Mrs. Miller.
After the war, I studied music in London. I met my husband there. We married and went back to the States together.
Do you still have a bunch of heroin or
also
something?
American?
No, English. But he said he had problems with his family and he wanted to be as far from them as possible.
And you gave up your studies for him?
Well, yes, I did.
Life as a single mother couldn't have been easy.
It was pretty tough then. I worked from morning till night and it was still only enough for the bare necessities. And I couldn't give Matt all the attention he needed.
And then Lady Westmacott entered your life.
It was like an angel appeared to me.
With money.
She must have offered me the position out of pity. I had no experience as a carer. She made me a generous offer. I couldn't believe it. And she really adores Matt. She's offered him a good education, and now he has every opportunity in life.
An almost unbelievable story.
I'm still afraid that it's a dream and that I'll wake up one day.
Don't worry, I'm suspicious for you.
How does it feel to work for such a world-famous person?
The work
TMZ is
very
always
interesting
after me.
and varied, and it pays well, too.
You're very lucky that the lady offered the position to you.
I just hope she won't change her mind one day. What would become of Matt's education then? I really make an effort to measure up to Lady Westmacott's expectations, but sometimes I feel like I fall short.
Lady
definitely
Westmacott
hates you.
couldn't ask for a better companion.
I'm saving up as much money as I can all the same. I'd do anything so that Matt doesn't have to give up his new life.
Lady Westmacott dropped a hint on the train that she killed her hero, Partout. What did she mean by that?
Oh, she must have meant the manuscript.
Manuscript?
She always takes it with her. It's an unpublished Partout novel. I once asked her why she never published it. She said that according to her will, the novel's only to be published after her death.
And in it, Partout will be killed?
Maybe. I've never read it. No one has. You better ask her yourself.
Who knows what could be in there? Could be a Blade Runner script for all we know.
If you worked in a pharmacy, you would certainly know something about medicines and poisons.
I take all of
Everything
them.
is a potential poison, Constable. It depends on the dose.
Have you ever heard of chloral hydrate?
It's a tranquilizer, isn't
That's the
it?
poisonous
I'm
speed
asking
poison.
Lady Westmacott also asked questions like that. For her last novel. But since I've never wanted to kill anyone, I never bothered with things like strychnine and arsenic and all that. I could recommend something for a headache, a sore throat, or a rash.
I have all
That's
those
kind
things.
of you, but there's really no need. I'll be seeing you, Miss Miller.
Constable?
I'm just gonna stand right here and always stare at you. Nah, let's go talk to Matt. That tree will keep her company.
Hello there, partner.
Hi.
Are you all right?
Uh-huh.
Have you recovered from our adventure?
Mm-hmm. Mr. Zellner,
Hmm?
what's going on?
What do you mean?
Everybody's acting so strange, and there's tape across that door. I saw that in a movie once.
You don't have to be worried.
Secret party in
Is it
there,
about the
man.
man from the train?
It might be about the thief, yes.
Haven't you caught him yet?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Someone has to. I think.
I heard you and your mom used to argue a lot.
Probably because you
We
suck.
did. Everything was bad. The house, school, the other kids. We didn't have much money, and I was always alone.
Probably because you're a
You
ginger.
do know that your mother would love to have been with you, don't you? She had to go out to work to earn money.
She wouldn't have had to if Dad were still around.
And how do you get along with her now?
I'm always happy when we do something together on vacation. She has more time for me now, and I like my boarding school. I have lots of friends, and the teachers aren't so bad.
They only beat me once a week now.
Your mother and Professor Lucien seem to be on very good terms with each other.
New daddy.
Don't you like him?
Don't know.
He seems to be very nice.
I guess.
Lady Westmacott is all by herself in the saloon. Maybe you'd like to visit her later.
What if she falls
Sure.
and breaks her
The
hip?
lady tells exciting stories.
There's no life alert
I
yet.
know. She's my favorite writer.
She told me that it's not much fun to write detective novels. She'd rather write something else, but her fans always want the same thing.
They made her rich and famous.
I told her to write what she wants to write. If it's good, someone will buy it. And if not, at least she had fun writing it.
Stop
Then
it
she
with your
smiled
wisdom.
and nodded. She said it was a good idea.
What are you playing there?
This
I'm
basketball?
playing shuffleboard. At least I'm trying to.
No, you aren't.
Never played it before.
It's easy. Professor Lucien explained it to me.
And who won?
We didn't play.
You didn't want to play with him, did you? Do you want to play a game with me?
Sure.
Okay, wait. So yeah, how?
I think you'll have to explain the rules to me first.
So you
Okay.
shuffle and then
You
you
play with
board.
the blue pucks, and I play with the red ones. You have to push the pucks with this stick into the zone over there and score as many points as possible.
Sounds easy. How many pucks do I have?
6. Now here comes the kicker. First it's your turn, then mine, and so on. But everyone is allowed to shoot the other person's pucks out of the zone.
Why do I have to go first?
Then let's get started.
Oh yeah. What are we playing for?
I thought we'd just play for fun.
That's boring. We have to bet something. Otherwise it isn't fun.
I'll bet my mustache.
You English people.
So I'll bet my brand new slingshot. And you?
I don't want to gamble.
How about ice cream in Cairo?
Okay. If I win, I get the slingshot. If I lose, I get an ice cream in Cairo.
For me.
Hey! Never try to cheat Matt Miller. So, what do you say? Ice cream versus slingshot?
All right. Let the games begin.
It's not like ice cream is $50,000 or anything, I don't think. Oh! That worked better than I expected. Fair enough. Is Matt's strategy to just suck a lot? I mean... What? Do I win? How long is it gonna take? Oh, frick, man. Ah. Okay, now this is actually gonna suck. Damn it, I lost, didn't I? Yeah, like 30. Damn it. What is the point of the rest of the numbers?
Rats.
Haha, I win. That's one ice cream for me.
You've been practicing. This time I'll win.
Nah, I doubt that.
I'm gonna try at least. I mean, you make me go first, and I don't appreciate that. Okay, wow. Good job, me. Then 8? Oh. Whoa, okay. I guess I'm just not gonna hit anything today. Oh, you're kidding. This isn't really helping me, is it? Oh, you're kidding. That's not bad. Oh, this is my last one, isn't it? That didn't help me, did it? It did kind of. I still lose. By 3.
Oh.
I win again. That's another ice cream.
This time I'll win.
I'm not liking my chances!
I doubt that.
That's a better start. That 10. Yes. Shoot. Damn it. Only 1 point even. What? Are we even? No, I have 38. It's out, right? Oh, oh God! Are you kidding me?
Oh.
I win again. That's another ice cream.
I'm not gonna pay for 3 ice creams,
This
and you know
time
it, buddy.
I'll win.
Nah, I doubt that.
I mean, I doubt it too, but just let me have this, man. Still worked. Oh, balls. What the hell was that for? Oh, sure, and you get 8. You know? Okay, okay. You only got 1 out of that. But how do I get 10? Maybe I don't. I didn't even see that there was a negative 10 spot. Doesn't that just help me? No! I'm such an idiot! You're kidding me! I win.
That's an.
Oh my gosh!
This?
I have to, though! What was that? How did that even happen? How's that a 10? Oh, you're kidding. Helps a little bit. Except I'm really far behind. And I can't win. No. No, not even close.
Oh.
I'm just gonna accept that. Okay, how do I not lose now? Okay, that's too far. I thought that was the exact... Really? You're kidding. Are you just protecting mine? I mean, thank you? That's one, isn't it? How the frick am I supposed to pull this off? It helped me or not? Oh my gosh, it did.
Oh. This.
Why do I have to go first? Why does it feel like this isn't consistent in how fast it goes every freaking time? I'm trying to figure out exactly like how fast this needs to go. Okay, so not back to this part. Maybe halfway down. There's no way in hell. What? You are kidding me. Yeah, so now all of a sudden that's the right speed. Okay, here's the deal. I'm sucking at this, but I'm starting to feel like the speeds of these pucks are changing on me.
Oh. This time.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it down to this line. That totally went off the last time. That's awesome. I did it. By getting 2 less than the
That's
maximum
it.
score.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
The athlete wins the day.
One more time.
No, that's enough for me.
We played like 50
Alright.
games.
Here,
Are you sure?
gambling debts are debts of honor.
I owe you like 6 ice creams then. I'm pretty sure you'll die.
I'll give it back to you when I don't need it anymore, okay?
Okay, but make sure my mom doesn't catch you with it. She thinks it's dangerous.
What's she gonna do? To me, Can she discipline me? I'm gonna say no. Pretty sure I'm an adult. Doing adult things. Better fix your restless leg syndrome there, Mr. Butler Man. Hang on, before we go any further, we're gonna rob this plant quick.
Aha! Little stones.
I guess these go with the slingshot.
Perfect ammunition
Yeah.
for the slingshot.
Good.
I'm not paying for this trip, and that's a fair price for my cabin. It's rather plain, shall we say.
Oh no, I feel so bad or something. As long as it has like a bed and other objects. Yeah, good. That's where I want to head. Aw, you look sad. But you don't even have to run the ship. Did you know that?
Miss Mayers seems to have found an opportunity to do nothing.
Isn't that her entire life?
Hello, Miss Mayers.
Mind your son.
Hello, Mr.
Constable Zellner.
Didn't you remember my shirt? It's very loud.
Do you think it's appropriate to go sunbathing in a situation like this?
What situation?
A woman was murdered last night.
If refusing to sunbathe could bring the dead back to life, I'd go back to my cabin immediately.
I'm so glad you're concerned. Did you see my hair? It looks like it should be on a Ken doll.
Did you hear or see anything suspicious last night?
No, I didn't feel very well last night. I went to bed early.
So, you're feeling better this morning?
Thanks for asking.
Are you? Okay.
I'm sure your parents are truly sorry that they can't be with you at this difficult time.
Maybe, but I'm not a little girl anymore. And thinking about my fiancé keeps me going.
I forgot why it's difficult.
You're engaged?
Yes, my boyfriend and I got engaged right before the trip. I want to surprise my parents, especially my dad.
I'm sure he'll be very surprised.
Like, good
But
surprise?
what will you do if your father doesn't agree to the
Yeah.
engagement?
What choice does he have when he put me on this boat full of thieves and murderers in the first place?
That's the
Charming.
spirit?
Enjoy the sun, Miss Mayers, and don't let us disturb you.
If you're trying to make me feel guilty, Constable, it's not working.
Didn't think it would. Oh no, you're hiding from me. So bad. The worst. What's up with you, Mario?
Mister, you're the only one who was on the train and who has no alibi for last night.
As I said, I was in my cabin.
Are you sure that it was your cabin and not the Baroness's?
Legrand will question the guests one after another. But if he doesn't get the answers that he wants to hear, it could become unpleasant for them.
Thanks. Can you kind of broke this scene, man. I mean, can you stop? You are kidding me. It broke. It broke. He's stuck. He can't move. It's not moving anywhere. Although this is the perfect time for me to finally go, Nico! Let's go bowling, cousin.